NKTelco Sports welcomes you to Sidney, Ohio. This game brought to you by Minster Bank, Keyhole Pizza, 21st Century Kitchens, Elmwood Assisted Living, Schwederman Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, NKTelco, German Farmers Insurance, Wagner's IGA, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Fowler's TV, Wilson Health, Orthopedic Associates of Southwest Ohio, Buckeye Ford, First National Bank, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. This is an NKTelco Sports production.
Hello everybody and welcome to a windy Sidney, Ohio, where the Yellow Jackets of Sidney look to take on the Butler Aviators. The Aviators come in today 5-13 in league, and the Yellow Jackets coming in 8-9 overall, 6-3 in league. For the Yellow Jackets, they're coming off of a loss to Indian Lake 6-5, where on the other side, Lindsey Shepard brings in the Aviators with a win over Trotwood 15-0. If you will, we'll go ahead and we'll go into the keys of the win, and we'll start with the Butler Aviators. Keys of the win today for them, sponsored by Bud's Chrysler Jeep Dodge in Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. Key number one is going to be keep the ball in play. And number two is going to be pitching. Good, consistent pitching by them will get them off the field quickly, hopefully against Sidney here, who is traditionally a good hitting team. So on the flip side for the Sidney Yellow Jackets, their keys to the win today is going to be hits when players are on base, as they've stranded a lot of people this year on base, had a lot of low-scoring games. They're looking to improve on that. And that goes into the second key, which is consistency. When they got players on, they want to be able to hit them around. They don't want to leave them stranded on base. Well, we're going to go ahead and have the national anthem here, and we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with the starting lineups in the beginning of the game here on NKTelco Sports.
When I took over this farm from my dad,
dude, this wind is horrible.
Success required making major changes in our operations. That meant adding acreage, more and bigger equipment, investing in powerful technology, hiring employees. We even started a seed business. Fortunately, working together with Grinnell Mutual and my local farm mutual, my agent was able to cover everything. I call that progress.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Sidney, Ohio, where the Lady Yellow Jackets are preparing to take on the Lady Butler Aviators. We'll go ahead and we'll go over the starting lineup for Sidney going to take the field. You're going to have Shell on the mound today with New on first, Bates on second, Inman on third, Swinger playing short, White in right field, Carey in center, and Nasal out and left. Behind the mound, we're going to have Hayden Spurgeon. On the flip side, for Butler, their batting order is going to be number 4, Katie Henry, center fielder. Shortstop, Lindsay Oach, number 2. Right fielder, number 1, Amber White. Catcher, number 28, Morgan Wright. Third base, number 25, Sophie Dent. Number 15, first baseman Farrah Cole. Second base will be Theresa Burton, number 11. Followed by Lily Henning, the designated player, number 9. Then number 5, the pitcher, Sidney Thiebold. Followed by Becca Helke, playing flex, number 26. So Sidney's on the field now, warming up. Like we said, the first 3 to bat will be Henry, Oach, and White. Both teams come in. One off a win, the other one wanting to right the ship. Sidney looking at 6-3 is looking healthy in the G-Walk right now. This is a conference game. And like we said, the winds are kicking. They're coming straight in from center, so we don't look forward to too many balls going out. So it's going to be small ball hitting. Up to bat first is going to be number 4, Katie Henry, the center fielder. In the box, waiting on the pitch by Shell. Ball high. You're going to see the ball carry a lot off the pitcher's hands high, I would imagine, today with this wind. It is definitely swirling. Behind the plate, we have Jim Bomball in his 30th year of calling behind the plate. And on the bases, we have Steve Fry in his 19th season of calling girls softball. If you're just joining us, we're at the start of the first inning. Time called on the mound. 2 balls, no strikes on the first batter, Katie Henry. Shell still with the ball high. Henry back in the batter's box. Pitch number 4 right across the plate for strike 1. Takes the count to 3-1. Followed by a second pitch for a strike. Takes the count full. Henry way up on the batter's box. Going to be fouled back. Count stays the same. Talking to Coach Lindsay Shepard for Butler, her team's been in it, only down by 1 every game this year in the 6th. Fouled back again by Henry, staying in there. But they've been in every game, so their 5-13 record is pretty deceiving. Many of those 13 losses could have easily been wins. Shell still waiting on the pitch. It's going to be popped up in the infield. Swinger gets underneath it and misses the ball. It just bounces out, and that's going to be an infield error. So give Katie Henry second base. She's made 2 bases out of it. And that'll bring up number 2, Lindsay Oach, the shortstop. Already, Coach knew out there to let them know, hey, these winds are swirling, so even pop-ups are not gimmies today. While he's out there, we'll go ahead and we'll thank our sponsors. I'd like to thank German Farmers Insurance, Wagner's IGA, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Fowler's TV, Wilson Health, Orthopedic Associates of Southwest Ohio, 21st Century Kitchens, Elmwood Assisted Living, Schwederman's Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Keyhole Pizza, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, and NKTelco. So everybody's staying where they're at on the bases. I think that mainly was for the coach to check on Swinger to make sure she's okay out there at third. The ball did come off her glove and hit her in the face, so nice bunt play, and that's going to go foul for strike 1, trying to advance the runner. These wins, I can see the teams going to small ball as much as they can just to get the runners to advance. So Oach back up to bat, down, no balls, 1 strike, no outs. Henry on second. Laying down the bunt again, going to be popped up to the pitcher, Shell, so out number 1 is recorded. That'll bring up number 1, Amber White, the right fielder. So 1 down, base runner still on second. White waiting on the pitch by Shell. Nice lead out there by Henry with no attempt to steal. First pitch called a ball. Next pitch offered, evens it up. 1-1 with 1 out. Shell with the delivery. It's going to be fouled back. Takes the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the first. It's going to be in the dirt. That's going to advance the runner to third. So Butler with a nice opportunity. Anything on the ground will score the runner. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's going to be a grounder over to second, mishandled. And that's going to bring in the runner. So again, Sidney with an error. And that's going to put another one on. That now brings up number 28, Morgan Wright, the catcher. It's going to be ball high. Winds are blowing steady straight in from center field. And Sidney having trouble catching the ball at this point due to the winds. That's a big swing and a miss by the cleanup hitter, Wright. Counts even 1-1. Another swing and a miss, so strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the batter. Shell looking to record her first strikeout. That's going to be popped back over to third. Nice catch now by Swinger. Out number 2 recorded.
At the plate, number 25.
Butler still having Amber White out on first. That will bring up their 5th batter, Sophie Dent, third baseman. Where's number 25? Shell's first pitch, a strike. Second pitch called strike. Shell ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. It's going to be fouled off to the right. Aviators still not attempting to steal any bases. With the winds blowing like they are, you'd think they'd be trying to get some base running down. Amber White still on first. Swing and a miss for the first strikeout for Shell, and that's the end of the inning. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors here on NKTelco Sports.
Wegner's IGA have been servicing their communities for more than 90 years, spanning 3 generations. Wegner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and a variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wegner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Welcome back to Sidney, Ohio, where Butler leads 1-0. They scored 1 run on no hits. 3 errors by Sidney in the opening inning gets Butler a point across. So we'll go ahead and we'll cover the Aviators fielders. In left field, you'll have Henning. Center is Henry, and right is White. First will be covered by Cole. Burton on second. Och on shortstop. Den on third. Wright will be covering home plate, and Thiebold will be the pitcher today. For Sidney, number 8, Summer Inman, the shortstop, up to bat now. Sidney looking to come back and score 1 here to tie it up. First pitch by Thiebold's a strike. Be a ball low. Inman looking down to Coach Wade. Get the sign. It's going to be right past third, and that's going to be fair. It went right past the bag. She's going to hold up at first. So one base single by Inman brings up number 11, the second baseman, Mckenzie Bates. Coach Wade giving the sign to his base runner and the sign to Bates at bat. Here comes that wind. It's going to be a ball low for the first pitch. Wind's really picking up here. 73 degrees was the game time temp, but with this wind, as soon as the sun starts to go down, it's going to get cold quick. Strike one called, evens the count, 1-1. Gray Shell, number 24, is on deck for Sidney. Bates standing in, waiting on the third pitch. Bunt pulled back. Ball called. Again, Sidney down 1-0, bottom of the first. They gave up 3 errors in the first inning for an unearned run. That's going to be popped over to short. Picked up and gathered by Och, so out number 1 is recorded.
Now batting for the Jackets, number 24, Gray Shell.
So that brings up number 24, the pitcher, Gray Shell. Still have Inman on first. Ball in the dirt. Ball one called. D-Bolt on the mound today for Butler. Butler coming off a big 15-0 win this past week. Strike called. On deck for Sidney is Maddie White, number 27. Counts 2-1. It's going to be popped back off the fence. Even the count, 2-2. Shell waiting for her attempt to try to help advance the base runner Inman. That's going to be out to left field, but the wind carried it. So Henning with the second catch. And that's out number 2 by Sidney. So number 27, right fielder Maddie White up to bat.
Played for the Jackets, number 27, Maddie White.
Inman still on first. Inman going for second. She's going to be safe in on the slide to second base, so a steal by Inman advances her to scoring position. First pitch to White was a ball. It's going to be a strike right down the middle. D-Bolt with nice control so far. It'll be a ball low. That's going to find a gap in the middle, and that'll bring her around. Inman play at the plate, and she is out at the plate. give a single to White, but that is the end of the inning as Inman is thrown out at the plate. So we'll take a break here on NKTelco Sports with the Aviators enjoying a 1-0 lead here at Sidney High School.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos sound system takes all the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game or not with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Fowler's and never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Fowler's TV, taking game day to the next level.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Welcome back to Sidney High School. Top of the second inning. Farrah Cole, number 15, the first baseman, up to bat with a swing and a miss for strike one. Butler had 5 batters come up, 3 errors by Sidney, and that's how they scored their 1 run. That pitch with the ball in the dirt by Shell takes the count to 1-1. A lot of left-handed batters for Butler. This is their 3rd lefty out of 6. It was a swing and a miss for a strike 2, so Shell looking for her 2nd strikeout. A swing and a miss by Cole, and that's strikeout number 2 for Shell. That will bring up Theresa Burton, second baseman, number 11.
Now batting, number 11, Burton.
Be a ball high. Powers trying to put it square for the ref to call it, but it was still called a ball inside. Nice job of framing it out there. Swing and a miss by Burton takes the count to 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the second. Aviators lead 1-0. Another one fouled back. Even the count, 2-2. Ball recovered, Shell's back on the mound. On deck is Lily Henning, the designated player, number 9. That's going to take the count full. It's going to be a ball low, so give her a base. So it'd be a base on balls for Burton. So quickly, Butler's back into it. Up to bat now is going to be Lily Henning, number 9, the designated player.
Number 9, Henning.
The wind's starting to die down a little. Strike called. Ball low. Powers looking to throw out to first. Keeps eyeing Burton. She's walking slowly over back to first base. Ball high. Count quickly goes 2 balls, 1 strike. Shell with the pitch, loses control, and that's going to advance Burton to second base on the wild pitch. So another error by Sidney advances the runner into scoring position. On deck is Sidney Thibault, the pitcher. Swing and a strike, evens the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And strikeout number 3 for Shell. Couldn't come at a better opportunity or time. So now pitcher Sidney Thibault, number 5, up to bat, looking to help her own cause here.
At the plate.
Runner on second is Burton. It's going to be a ball high. And a strike called right at the knees. Two outs. Shell's already struck out 2 this inning. That's going to be a foul out of play on Thibault. It's going to be a ball high. Burton still on second. Count evens 2-2. Again, fouled back. Coach Shepard gives the sign in again. It's going to be a ball high. So the payoff pitch is coming. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Shell looks in for the sign, gets it from Powers. That's going to be a swing and a miss for strikeout number 3 of the inning. So 3 or 4 up. 3 down on strikeouts, and that's the end of the inning. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors on NKTelco Sports.
I happened to pivot wrong and hurt my knee. I ended up tearing my ACL. It hit me pretty hard because I love playing lacrosse. I met my surgeon and he made me feel confident about being able to get back into playing lacrosse. They always just took such good care of me and they really were confident in what they were doing, which made me feel confident that I would be able to get back to playing lacrosse.
Want more trucks for less bucks? Buckeye Ford is your truck headquarters. Work or play, we have the truck for you. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, and F-450s. We know trucks, and you'll always get top dollar for your trade. Get the truck you need today for less bucks at Buckeye Ford and shop over 200 new Fords and tons of pre-owned cars and trucks 24/7 at BuckeyeFord.com. Remember, you'll find more trucks for less bucks at BuckeyeFord.com. More trucks, less bucks. BuckeyeFord.com.
Welcome back to Sidney High School, where the Lady Yellow Jackets find themselves down 1-0 after 1.5 innings. They ended the last inning with a slide in at home by Summer Inman on a single hit by Maddie White, and she was caught at the plate, so the inning ended with her getting out at home. That brings up number 16, Morgan Casey, the center fielder, and that's right up the middle. So give Morgan Carey a single right up the middle. So Sidney's already got it started here at the bottom of the second inning. That will bring up the designated player, Hayden Spurgeon, number 18. Ball 1 called. Spurgeon digging in. 2 straight pitches to Spurgeon, both balls low. Waiting on the pitch. And that's going to be popped right over and dropped. That'll be dropped by, and a double play by Spurgeon. So quickly, Sidney gets a pop-up bloop, dropped, picked up, tagged at second, through to first, so 2 outs quickly. That'll bring up number 13, Casey Swinger. First pitch in, called a ball to Casey Swinger, third baseman, number 13. I'm pretty sure Spurgeon there thought that the ball was going to be caught, so she gave up on the play. Surprised it wasn't called, just the 1 out. It's going to be popped right up to the catcher, and out number 3 is recorded, so 3 up, 3 down. And Sidney's out of the second inning with the Aviators leading 1-0. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors on NKTelco Sports.
At 21st Century Kitchens, we know that every home has a style to go with it. From first-time homebuyers to families with the pitter-patter of little feet to teenagers taking over the kitchen, 21st Century has what you want, customizing the style, layout, and price point to fit your budget. Kitchens by Craftmade and quality cabinets, countertops by Wilson Art and Cambria, along with availability of granite, marble, and wood.
See what's in store behind the yellow door for your 21st Century Kitchen.
Dad, I think that this is the right choice.
Huh. It's not safe anymore, you all alone in the house.
Let the fun begin. Elmwood, a lifestyle for everyone.
Welcome back to Sidney, Ohio. Brings up number 4, Katie Henry, the center fielder. Fouled off in the first inning. She reached on an error by the third baseman and ended up scoring the only run. So quickly she's up. No balls, 1 strike. Fouled back for strike 2. So Shell looking to record her 5th strikeout. Quickly up. No balls, 2 strikes. Henry again fouls a third one back. If you're just joining us, Sidney down 1-0, had 3 errors in the opening inning to bring the base runner around. And that's where we remain, 1-0, Aviators ahead. 4th straight ball fouled back. Henry just behind. Ball thrown back out to Shell. Winds are really starting to pick up. That's going to be hitting the gap between first and second, so she is safe on first. Nice heads-up play by White, trying to get the ball back into New, but not before Henry makes it to first base in the top of the third. That now brings up number 2, Lindsay Och, the shortstop. Och popped out in the first. Looking to bunt. First pitch called a ball. Hodge back in, Shell with the call. Strike called. Evens the count, 1-1, no out, top of the third. Bunts played down over to the pitcher. That will advance the runner. Catch. Second baseman can't make the call or catch. Bates misses the ball, and that's going to advance the runners. So again, Sidney shooting themselves in the foot with an error on the pitcher. And that'll put Och over on second and Henry back over on third. Bringing up number 1, Amber White, the right fielder. So quickly, Butler just a hit away from bringing 2 more in. That's going to be fouled back by White. It's going to be just a little tap hit off of. Looked like that was off the glove of the first baseman. I guess they're saying she didn't make contact with it. And looks like they're going to have a meeting between the two. And the foul ball call is going to stand. One of Coach Shepard's assistants wanted to have the base ump make that call, and he's saying he didn't see it, so therefore that takes the count to no balls, 2 strikes on White. It's going to be a ball inside. So Amber White up to bat, 2 runners in scoring position. It's going to be a ball low. Count now 2-2. So far, Butler's had 1 hit, and they have runners in scoring position. That's going to be popped back up to the pitcher. Out number 1 recorded. So out number 1 is down. That brings up number 28, Morgan Wright, the catcher.
That's plate number 28, Wright.
Wright popped out to third in the first inning for the second out. This her second at bat. Ball outside. Shell with the pitch down the middle to even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the third. Aviators of Butler leading 1-0. Saying she swung, so strike called. Shell looking for that 5th strikeout. And that's a swing and a miss, so strikeout for Wright. Would be out number 2. That brings up Sophie Dent, third baseman, number 25. She struck out in the second inning, or in the first inning for out number 3. Shell looking for strikeout number 6 to get herself out of trouble. First pitch is a strike. Looking in, getting the sign. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Any ball contact on the ground should score 1. That's going to be popped out to left and brought in by Nasal, and that'll be out number 3. So the score remains the Aviators 1, Sidney 0. We'll be right back at the bottom half of the third on NKTelco Sports.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
If you want to save 70% on your heating, cooling, and hot water costs, the answer is right under your feet. Let New Knoxville Supply install a water furnace geothermal system and use the natural temperature from the earth for a more constant temperature in your home. Also ask about our new Symphony home management system. Control temperatures, track energy usage, and receive safety alerts for everything, including your sump pump. All from anywhere, anytime. Now is the time to calculate your savings at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Welcome back to Sidney, Ohio, where the Yellow Jackets find themselves down 1-0 to the Butler Aviators. Bottom of the order coming up for Sidney, you'll see number 4, Emily Nasal, Taylor New, and Haley Powers up to bat. So up to bat first is going to be Emily Nasal, left fielder number 4. She just caught the 3rd out to end the inning, with Butler leaving 2 stranded. First pitch in is called a ball. Strike by Thibault to follow. Evens the count 1-1. Both pitchers doing well today. Thibault with a lot better defense behind her out in the field. She's looking for strikeout number 1. So quickly she's up in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the number 8 hitter. Fouled back by Nasal. So Thibault back on the mound. Ball low, evens the count at 2-2. I apologize for any breakup. The wind is just blowing something fierce out here. So the Sidney player waiting on the pitch is Nasal. That's going to be ball low, so nice job battling back. Count is full. Looking to get something started here for Sidney in the bottom of the 3rd. It's going to be fouled off. Jim Brumball dusting off the plate. Seems like that thing is covered every 2 minutes. That's going to be ball low, so give her a base on balls. Nice battling by Nasal to get on first. That'll bring up number 7, Taylor New, the first baseman.
Now batting for the Jackets, number 7, Taylor New.
New looking to bunt. It's going to be fouled off the home plate for strike 1. She pulled that out quickly. Sidney trying to advance the runner to second. It's going to be a ball low, but the runner's going to advance. So Nasal over to second on the stolen base with the ball in the dirt. So now New up to bat. 1 ball, 1 strike, and runner now in scoring position. Still looking to bunt. That's going to be fouled back. So we expect her to be swinging now. Takes the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thibault still looking for strikeout number 1. And there she got it. So base runner goes down on the strikeout, was new. And we're back to the top of the order with Summer Inman. She had the single in the first. Where's number 8? She's the shortstop, and she was batted into a double play by Grace Shell. First pitch is called a ball. Second pitch as well, a ball. Nice changeup by Thibault. First time we've seen her do that pitch. Base runner still on second is Nasal. That's going to be popped up over to the pitcher, and that's out number 2. So out number 2 recorded brings up number 11, Mckenzie Bates. Second baseman. She popped out to shortstop in the first. I'm going to attempt to steal third, and looks like they have it. So nice steal by by Emily Nasal. She is now at third, so we're just a single away from this being tied up. Number 11 Bates into bat. The count is 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. And that's going to be popped out to right, goes foul. So strike number 1. Score still 1-0, just the 1 run in the first inning. Both teams have stranded batters on every inning. 2 outs so far this inning. Strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bates. Pitcher Grace Shell on deck. That's going to be hit down the middle, and that's going to score 1. So we are now tied. So give the single to Mckenzie Bates. She drives in 1 run. So give her an RBI. That brings up the pitcher, Grace Shell, number 24. Shell today already has struck out 5 batters. She popped out to left field in the first inning for out number 2. Strike 1 called right at the knees. Bates still on first base. That's going to be fouled back for strike 2. Shell back in the box. Thibault with the sign, the pitch, and that's going to be fouled off again down third base. A lot of balls fouled off today. I blame that on the wind. The wind's blowing straight in. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Shell. Bates still on first. Another one fouled off. Battle of the pitchers. Thibault way ahead in the count. Sidney has tied it up this inning. Score remains 1-1. That's going to be a swing and a miss, so strikeout for out number 3 and give Thibault her second strikeout of the inning. And that ends it here at the end of 3. Scores tied 1-1. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sidney, Ohio, where the Yellow Jackets just tied it up 1-1 against the Aviators. First pitch in is called a ball. Up to bat is Farrah Cole, number 15, the first baseman. She struck out in the second for out number 1. Shell so far today doing well, 5 strikeouts so far. Ball in the dirt. Takes the count to 2-1. On deck is number 11, Theresa Burton, the second baseman. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Evens the count at 2-2. Shell waiting on the sign from Powers. Gonna be a ball high. Count is full. Farrah Cole waiting on the pitch, and that's going to be a ball high. So another base on balls by Shell. Just her second base on balls. That will bring up Theresa Burton, number 11, the second baseman. She walked in the second inning. She reached second on a wild pitch. That's a bunt down to third, and that is nice placement. Able to get her out at first, but she does advance the base runner. So out number 1. So the bunt on the fielder's choice thrown out to first, but it does take Cole over to second.
At the plate, number 9.
That'll bring up number 9, Lily Henning, the designated player. She struck out as well in the second inning. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Be a ball high. Nice leadoff out on second by Cole. Swing and a miss for strike 2. On deck is Sidney Thibault, the pitcher, number 5. Strike out again for Shell. That's strikeout number 6. And that brings up the pitcher, Sidney Thibault, that's out number 2. Thibault struck out, was out number 3 in the second inning as well. Ball high for the first pitch. Be fouled off the Jim Brumball's face mask there. He might take a small timeout. Takes the count to 1-1. If you're just joining us, the score is 1-1. Swing and a miss for strike number 2 between the Aviators of Butler and the Sidney Yellow Jackets. Shell on the mound's got 6 strikeouts so far today, and that's a swing and a miss for strikeout number 7. So Shell gets them down 1, 2, 3 after giving up the base on balls, and score remains 1-1 here at Sidney. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
You owe it to yourself twice a year a checkup at Minster Dental Care. Our specialized doctors, Jim Overman, Jim Myring, Sean Sharp, and Philip Slunkowski, are ready to give you the smile you've always dreamed of at any stage of your life. Pediatric, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry are just a few of the services offered. Our latest advancements include CEREC dentistry that allows us to create and deliver a crown in one convenient visit. We're located on State Route 66 in Minster, 419-628-3380 to schedule your appointment today. You owe it to yourself.
As a father of 2 teenage daughters and husband to a lovely wife, thanks, hun, it is important for me to look out for myself and my family. Fiber is one of the most important things in my day. Fiber keeps me healthy, sane, and stress-free. NKTelco Fiber, fast and reliable, keeping our household sane by keeping their devices connected.
NKTelco, providing services that bring value to your everyday life.
Hello everybody and welcome back. Up to bat now for Sidney is number 27, Maddie White. She got 1 base on a single in the first inning. We're now in inning bottom of number 4. Score remains 1-1. First pitch in is called a strike. That's going to be hit out to center. The wind carries it though, and that's out number 1. Anything on the ground has a chance. Anything in the air is just going to get held up here today. The winds are swirling. So Morgan Carey comes up, the center fielder, number 16. She hit a single in the second. First pitch is called a ball. That's going to be hit over to short, picked up, thrown over. So Och got it, threw it to Cole. Out number 2 recorded. That'll bring up Hayden Spurgeon, the designated player, number 18. Spurgeon ground into the double, or she popped out to a double play in the second. First pitch in, called a ball. Second pitch in, ball as well, high. Quickly Spurgeon up on the count. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Ball low. Expects Spurgeon just to sit in there and watch the ball pass on this 4th ball, or 4th pitch. And strike 1 called. Takes the count to 3-1. Nice job by Thibault. Stay in on the count. And another straight pitch for a strike. Evens the count full. We're full to the payoff pitch coming. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Spurgeon. And that'll be a strikeout looking for out number 3. So at the end of 4, score remains 1-1. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors on NKTelco Sports.
When I took over this farm from my dad, I knew our future success required making major changes in our operations. That meant adding acreage, more and bigger equipment, investing in powerful technology, hiring employees. We even started a seed business. Fortunately, working together with Grinnell Mutual and my local farm mutual, my agent was able to cover everything. I call that progress.
Welcome back to Sidney, Ohio. NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school girls softball on Channel 3 or in Channel 503 in HD Tuesday, April 25th at 6 p.m. and Wednesday, April 26th at 6 p.m. You can also watch games on demand at NKTelco.net. If you like what you're seeing and hearing on NKTelco Sports, you too can become a sponsor. Just dial 419-753-5000. Ask for Renee Arnold. We'll shoot you a commercial, and you too can be a sponsor on NKTelco Sports. So we're back up to the top of the order for Butler. Katie Henry, number 4, the center fielder. She reached first on an error to the third baseman, scored a run, and then she has a one-base single. Was stranded on third at the end of the third. So here we are at the top of the 5th for her third at bat. Counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Och is on the on-deck circle. It's going to be popped up over to left. Third baseman can't quite get underneath it. So Swinger unable to catch the ball, and that's going to take the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes to Henry. Henry back in the batter's box. Fouled back. Keeps the count the same. Henry back in, waiting on the pitch by Shell. It's going to be fouled off to the right field side. Nice job battling by Katie Henry. Shell back on the mound, waiting for the call by Power. That's going to be popped right up over to second baseman Bates, and Bates makes the catch for out number 1. Lindsay Och now will be up number 2. She is popped out in the first, and she reached first on an error. It was an error to the pitcher. Overthrew first base. That's going to be a hit to short, thrown over, overthrown again. Nice job by the defensive White to get out there and recover the ball, but another overthrow is going to put her on first again.
At the plate for Butler, number 1, Wright.
That now brings up number 1, Amber White, the right fielder. First pitch is called a ball. So not much help by Shell on the defensive side. A lot of overthrows to first base so far today. That's the second time Och has made it to first on that. She's going for second. It's going to be popped out to center, and it drops in. So a single by Amber White will advance Och over to second base, and Butler is in business. That now brings up number 28, Morgan Wright, the catcher. She's popped out to third in the first and struck out. We've seen Shell in trouble before over the last 4 innings, and she's been able to pitch her way out. She does have 7 strikeouts, Wright being one of her victims of that. Only 1 out so far this inning. And that's going to be a deep hit over to right field, and that is fair, and that's going to bring 1 around. Base runner is going to have to back up. So that brings 1 all the way around, so Och scores. Give an RBI to Wright. And that'll advance her to first on the 1-base hit, and to second base will be Amber White. So White on second, Wright on first. Brings up Sophie Dent, the third baseman, number 25, and the score's now 2-1. First pitch in is called low. So Butler with 2 on, 1 out. Number 5 hitter up. Strike is called. Dent struck out in the first, and she popped out to left in the third. Swirling winds playing havoc on the ball so far today. It looks like we're going to have a designated runner coming in. So number 22, Allison Sugden, will be the designated runner out on first base. You can do that for catchers or pitchers in girls softball. That's going to be a ball high. Takes the count to 2-1. So White on second, Sugden on first. Score now 2-1. Butler over Sidney. And strike called. Count now 2-2. Shell out on the mound battling. Gave up her first earned run. That's going to be fouled off or tipped off the bat. Thrown out to first. Will be Dent for out number 2, but that will advance the base runners to second and third. Bringing up number 15, Farrah Cole, the first baseman. She got a base on balls in the fourth, and she struck out in the second. So Cole up to bat. It's going to be fouled off to the left field side. Score now 2-1. The Aviators up on the Yellow Jackets. Shell looking for the sign. Pitch, ball outside. Nice job by Power getting her hand out there, stopping the wild pitch. Or that would have brought another one across. White is on third base. Sugden is on second. Strike 2 called. Cole steps back in. It's going to be fouled back. Ball was sailing high, but she isn't taking any chances with 2 strikes against her. On deck is Theresa Burton, the second baseman. Again, fouled straight back. Just a little behind on her swing. That's going to be a dribbler foul to the right. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Farrah Cole doing a nice job of battling up there. Pitch number 9 in this at bat coming up for Shell. Just can't get one past her. That's going to be a ball high. Trying to get her to chase one high. Going to be fouled back. Count remains 2-2. Base runner on third is White, with Sugden on second still. That's going to be a blooper out to second, and that's out number 3. So Butler strands 2 but scores 1, goes in with the lead 2-1 against Sidney.
Wegner's IGA have been servicing their communities for more than 90 years, spanning 3 generations. Wegner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and a variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wegner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We're at the bottom of the fifth with Casey Swinger, number 13. The third baseman up to bat fouls off the first one for strike one. Butler left 2 on second and third, but they did bring 1 run around, so the score is now Butler with 2, Sidney 1. She's going to be hit by a pitch, and that's going to take her to first. Coming up now is going to be Emily Nasal, the left fielder. Her first at bat was in the third. She got a base on balls, and she came around and scored. She stole second base and took advantage of the hit by Bates later in the inning to score the only run for Sidney. Pulled back on the bunt. Ball called, or pitch called a ball. Count 1 ball, no strikes. Coach New has the call in to her. That's going to be bunted down the third base line. She's going to throw over for out number 1, but that does advance the runner. So Swingers move on to second with a fielder's choice for out number 1 for Nasal. So she does her job, gets the runner over to second. That brings up Taylor New, number 7. She's the first baseman today. She struck out in the third inning with her only at bat.
Now batting for the Jackets, number 7, Taylor New.
So New up to bat, runner in scoring position for Sidney. That's the tying run. Is Swinger. Only 1 out, then we're back to the top of the order. Ball pitched low for ball 1. Strike called to even the count at 1-1. Thibault with 3 strikeouts so far today. New back in the batter's box waiting on the pitch. Ball low. Swinger getting a nice lead out there at second. That's going to be ball in the dirt. Good job by Wright getting down there, stopping the pass ball, so the runner wasn't able to advance. Counts now 3 balls, 1 strike to New. Big swing and a miss. Takes it count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Thibault back on the mound. That's going to be a ball outside, so base on balls for New. So Sidney in business with runners on first and second. That represents the go-ahead run. And we're back to the top of the order with Summer Inman coming up to bat. She had a single in the first, and she popped out to the pitcher in the third. So Sidney back at the top of the order, the meat of their order, with runners on first and second. It's going to be an off-speed pitch for ball 1 to Inman. Seems like as soon as Butler scores, Sidney has a response. So quickly, Inman up, 2 balls, no strikes. Strike 1 called to Inman. On deck is Mckenzie Bates, number 11. And that's going to slap right up the middle. That might bring one around. They're going to hold her at third. So the bases are juiced for Sidney. 1 base single. And that will advance the base runner. So now we have Inman on first, New on second, Swinger on third. Brings up number 11, Mckenzie Bates. She popped out to shortstop, and she has a single in the third. There's a timeout by the coach here. We'll take advantage of that and thank our sponsors. NKTelco, Minster Dental, Minster Bank, Keyhole Pizza, New Knoxville Supply, Schwederman's Pharmacy, Elmwood Assisted Living, 21st Century Kitchens, Orthopedics Associates of Southwest Ohio, Wilson Health, Fowler's TV, Koge Plumbing and Heating, Wagner's IGA, and German Farmers. We'd like to thank our scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank, Think First. Keys to the game sponsor, Bud's Chrysler Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. And the player of the game sponsor today will be Bruckens for the Sidney player. Bruckens out of Fort Laramie. So first pitch in, and nice job there by Wright to get down in front of the ball. Up to bat is Mckenzie Bates, number 11. She is 1 for 2 today. And that's going to be a hit out to left field. And they've tagged, and that's going to put the tying run across. So that's going to be a sacrifice to right field, and that will bring around Swinger to tie this ball game up at 2 apiece, leaving New on second and Inman on first.
Now batting number 24, Grace Shell.
And that brings us up to the pitcher, Grace Shell, number 24. She popped out to left field and struck out in the third. So Thibault looking to end the inning here. 2 outs recorded now by Butler. But the score remains 2-2. First pitch into Shell was a ball. Swing and a miss to even it up at 1-1. Shell steps back in. Inman on first, New on second. Shell with a grounder back to the pitcher, thrown to first, and that is out number 3, but Sidney does bring one across to tie it up at 2-2. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors on NKTelco Sports.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos sound system takes all the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game or not with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Fowler's, and never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Fowler's TV, taking game day to the next level.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We're at the top of the 6th inning where the score is 2-2. Sidney and Butler deadlocked. Up to bats, the number 7 batter, Theresa Burton, number 11. She walked on a base on balls, and then she bunted into a fielder's choice to advance a runner. In the 4th, we're now in the 6th inning, and the count is 1 ball, no strikes, or 1 ball, 1 strike. She's going to pop it out. Looks like it goes down, throws to first. Not in time, so single out to right field for Burton. And that brings up Lily Henning, number 9, the designated player. Henning so far today has struck out twice in the second and the fourth. Looks like we might have a player change for Butler. NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school girls softball on Channel 3 or in HD in Channel 503 on the 25th and 26th of April at 6 p.m. You can also watch the games on demand at nktelco.net. So on first base, number 12 takes the field. That'll be Jillian Sugden. So Sugden's on first for the second baseman, so I assume Sugden will be coming in to play the field the next inning. As Burton is not a catcher or a pitcher, so designated runners should not be at play. And quickly, Henning's up 2 balls and no strikes with no outs. Top of the 6th inning here at Sidney. Swing and a miss by Henning. Takes the count to 2-1. Gray Shell so far has got 7 strikeouts through 5 innings. Looks like the bunt's going to be down to third. Throw to first. And got her at first base, but that will advance the runner. So Sugden over to second. And out number 1's recorded. So Sidney Thiebold, the pitcher, number 5 up to bat. And then we'll be back to the top of the order for the Butler Aviators. First pitch is fouled back by Thiebold. Butler scored 1 in the first. Sidney scored 1 in the third, and both teams brought 1 around in the 5th, and that's how we are at 2-2. That's going to be fouled up in the stands for strike number 2. So no balls, 2 strikes to Sidney Thiebold. She has struck out in the second and the fourth. So done a fine job pitching tonight. 3 strikeouts so far, just not helping her calls at the plate. Sugden, the runner out at second. Still only 1 out, top of the 6th inning. It'll be a ball high. Shell tried to get her to chase one. Thiebold back in. Swing and a miss for strikeout number 8 for Shell. Strikeout number 3 for Thiebold today. That's out number 2, but we're back at the top of the order. Katie Henry, the center fielder, number 4. She reached on an error in the first. She had a single in the third, and then she popped out to second base in the 5th. Henry looks at the first pitch, ball high. Second pitch down the middle for a strike. Evens the count 1-1 with 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning. It's going to be a ball low. Nice pickup by Powers. Count remains 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Runner is Sugden on second. Be a ball high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now to Henry. It's going to be a ball low. That'll put him on first and second. That now brings up Lindsay Oach, number 2, the shortstop. She popped out in the first. She reached first on an error and then scored in the 5th by reaching on an error by the shortstop. So Oach has scored one of the 2 runs today. Base runners on first and second for Butler with 2 outs in the meat of their order. So far, Ouch 0 for 3 today. Quickly down in the count is Shell. 2 balls and no strikes. Amber White, the right fielder, is up in the batter circle. The slap hitter is Oach, just unable to get a chance to swing around. But quickly, the count's 3-0. Leading run is on second base. That's strike 1 called to Oach. Oach with a swing and a miss. Payoff pitch is here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Look for the runners to be going. That's going to be fouled back. Count remains the same. Count is full. Runners on second and first. That's going to be fouled off. Bring them all back. So the shortstop back up to bat. Looking for her first hit of the day. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners in scoring position. And that's going to be a ball high, so bases are loaded. So 2 straight batters walked, and that loads the bases. So Shell now up to 4 walks. That brings up Amber White, number 1, the right fielder. She popped out to the pitcher in the 3rd. She reached on an error in the 1st, and she has a single in the 5th. That's going to be a little dribbler foul picked up by the 3rd baseman. So strike 1 on White. White looking to have her first RBI of the game. It's going to be a ball low. Shell just seems to be a little taken aback right now. She's pitched herself out of trouble twice so far today. That's going to be fouled back, and she's way ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 White. Morgan Wright on deck, the catcher, number 28. That's going to be another one fouled back. The winds have really picked up. Score remains 2-2. Bases are completely juiced with Henry, Ouch, and Sugden on 3rd. Will be a wild pitch, and that's going to bring Sugden around. So on a wild pitch, Sugden scores. So that single by Burton, she was substituted for by Sugden, and that works out to be a run, and that'll advance the base runners of Ouch over to second and Henry to third. And the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out. And strike number 3. So White goes down looking for out number 3, but not before Butler brings one across on a wild pitch. So the score is now 3-2. Butler leads. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors on NKTelco Sports.
I happened to pivot wrong and hurt my knee. I ended up tearing my ACL. It hit me pretty hard because I love playing lacrosse. I met my surgeon and he made me feel confident about being able to get back into playing lacrosse. They always just took such good care of me and they really were confident in what they were doing, which made me feel confident that I would be able to get back to playing lacrosse.
Want more trucks for less bucks? Buckeye Ford is your truck headquarters. Work or play, we have the truck for you. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, and F-450s. We know trucks, and you'll always get top dollar for your trade. Get the truck you need today for less bucks at Buckeye Ford and shop over 200 new Fords and tons of pre-owned cars and trucks 24/7 at BuckeyeFord.com. Remember, you'll find more trucks for less bucks at BuckeyeFord.com. More trucks, less bucks. BuckeyeFord.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are at the top or the bottom of the 6th, where Sidney's down 3-2. Number 27, Maddie White, playing right field. You know, we're this far into the game, and I just realized there are 2 Whites playing right field, one for each team. Don't know why I didn't catch that before. So far, she reached first base in the first, and then she popped out to center field in the 4th, so she is 1 for 2. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Bottom of the 6th. Sidney needing to get something going quickly. Second pitch in a row, strike 2 called. So Thiebold quickly up. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. That's just a little blooper ball over. Evens the count at 2-2. Thiebold struck out 3 so far through 6. That's a high pitch and a strikeout for out number 1 to White. 4th strikeout for Thiebold. Brings up Morgan Carey, the center fielder, number 16.
At the plate for the Jackets, number 16, Moken.
Carey made it to first on a single, and then she ground out short in the 4th. That's going to be a nice hit in between the gap between short and third, so give her a single. 1 base for Morgan Carey. So Sidney back in business. Hayden Spurgeon, number 18, up to bat. Designated player, she grounded into a double play, or popped to a double play and struck out in the 4th. So Hayden looking to get on base as well. That's going to be a ball in the dirt. Ball 1. Spurgeon getting the call from Coach New. Ball low, nice eye by Spurgeon. Goes ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Only 1 out. Carey still on first. There's strike 1 called. Spurgeon back in the box, ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Waiting on the pitch by Thiebold. Base runner was going, that's going to be popped out. Caught by the second, or by the shortstop. Slid back into first was Carey, so she's still safe at first. But pop out by Hayden. We'll bring on Casey Swinger, number 13. She struck out in the second, and then she scored one of the few runs in the fourth. She was hit by a pitch. So 2 down, carry on first, brings up swinger. Strike one called. Aviators lead 3-2 here at Sidney. Winds again picking up. Got time called by the catcher, Wright. Looks like her gear broke. And again, these winds just playing havoc out here. Temperatures probably dropped 8 to 10 degrees since we've started this game. It's going to be a dribbler foul over to first. So the count now is no balls, 2 strikes, 2 swinger. Swinger 0 for 2 so far today. Steele's going to bring her back, fouled off to the right field. Count remains the same. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Carey still on first. And that's going to be a shot out to the gap. That's going to take the runner to third. So they're now on the corners. So a 1-base single by Swinger puts them on first and third. Sidney still down by 1, 3-2, brings up number 4, Emily Nasal, the left fielder. She reached first on a base on balls, and then she bunted into a fielder's choice in the 5th. Strike 1 called. Nasal 0 for 1 today. Second pitch is called low for a ball. Evens the count 1-1 with 2 outs. Jackets down to 4 outs here. Nice job again by Wright to get her hand down there, block that ball from being a wild pitch. Counts 2-1. 2 Nasal. Taylor New is up next in the batter's box. That's going to be fouled off to the left field. Evens the count at 2-2 with 2 out. Runners on first and third. Carries on third. Swingers on first. Nasal looking to get an RBI here to tie it up. Pitch by Thibault. This is low for a ball. It looks like Reagan Carey, number 10, is warming up in the batter's box. So we have a player change. That's going to be right up the middle. That's going to score 1, possibly 2. They're going to hold her up, but that brings 1 across. RBI hit for Nasal. Give her to first. Takes the runners to second and third. So Sidney, with runners, both batters in scoring position, brings up number 10, Reagan Carey, for her first at bat of the game. She's taking the place of Haley Powers. Or I'm sorry, she's taking the place of Taylor New, the first baseman, number 7. So Reagan Carey with her first at bat.
Now batting, number 10, Reagan Carey.
Runners on second and third. A swinger and Nasal. And first pitch is low. Sidney able to tie it up, 3-3. Looking for that go-ahead run. Strike one called, evens the count 1-1. Sidney is yet to have the lead in this game. They've tied it every single time, but has never been ahead. And that's going to be just foul down the right base line. That would have brought one in for sure. Count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Reagan Carey. That's going to be popped up out into center, and ball is caught for out number 3, but the damage was done. Sidney ended up tying it up. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors here on NKTelco Sports.
At 21st Century Kitchens, we know that every home has a style to go with it. From first-time homebuyers to families with the pitter-patter of little feet to teenagers taking over the kitchen, 21st Century has what you want, customizing the style, layout, and price point to fit your budget. Kitchens by Craftmade and quality cabinets, countertops by Wilson Art and Cambria, along with availability of granite, marble, and wood.
See what's in store behind the yellow door for your 21st Century Kitchen.
Dad, I think that this is the right choice. It's not safe anymore, you all alone in the house.
Let the fun begin. Elmwood, a lifestyle for everyone.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sidney. It's a 3-3 tie now, top of the 7th inning. You're missing a good one if you're not out for this one. Butler's had the lead 3 times. Sidney's come back and tied it every single time. Up to bats, number 28, Morgan Wright, the catcher. She's popped to third, struck out, and had a single, so she is 1 for 3 today. Right now the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. A swing and fouled back for strike 2. Shell so far today has had 8 strikeouts, 4 walks. Given up 1 run and 2 unearned off of a host of errors. Nice job of framing it out by Powers. Brumball behind the plate says no go, that's a ball. Counts now 2-2. Ball low. Full count. Coach getting a warning. So Coach Bombal the umpire going back behind the plate. Shell with the ball. A swing and a miss, so strikeout number 9 by Shell. Takes Wright down for out number 1. Coming up now is going to be number 25, Sophie Dent. Dent's third baseman today. She has struck out in the first, popped out to left in the third, and she ground out to first in the 5th. So she's 0 for 3 today. Shell with the pitch, ball high. Shell with the pitch, strike called. Counts even, 1-1. Just joining us, score is 3-3. Top of the 7th. And that's hit right over to third. That's going to be a player injured. We're going to go ahead and get the ball in, and we're going to call time on the field. And we'll go ahead and take a commercial here, and we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors on NKTelco Sports.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Welcome back to Sidney. We have some players shuffling around. Swinger just took probably one of the roughest hits I've ever seen for a third baseman, right to the mask. So she has now moved to catcher. So Swinger's now behind the plate. Bates has moved over to third from second base. White has moved in from right field to second. And then Powers has moved from catcher out to right. So I believe we got them all positioned at the right spots. So a lot of position changes here for Sidney, all because of that shot that was just shot right over to third by Sophie Dent, the third baseman for Butler. And that will bring up Farrah Cole, number 15, the first baseman. She has struck out, got a base on balls, and popped out to second, so she's 0 for 3 today. Dent still on first. First pitch, swing and a miss. We are in the top of the 7th. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out if you're just joining us. Shell still on the mound. 9 strikeouts so far today. And a swing and a miss by Dent. Quickly up in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Shell again looking to pitch herself out of an inning. That's going to be a ball low. Dent with a swing and a miss, so strikeout number 10 for Shell. And that will bring up Farrah Cole, number 15, the first baseman. So strikeout
At the plate,
number 2 this inning for Shell. Be a ball high. Still on first is Dent. So far today, Theresa Burton, second baseman number 11, up to bat now. She bunted into a fielder's choice. She got a single where she did score one of the runs, and she got a base on balls. So she's 1 for 2 today. Count is even, 1-1 with 2 outs. This will be a strike right at the knee. Takes the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Going to be fouled back. Keeps the count the same. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Knotted in a 3-3 tie. And strike 3 looking, so she struck out the side. So Shell with her 11th strikeout. We're going to the bottom of the 7th with Sidney tied with the Aviators of Butler, 3-3. We'll be right back with a word from our sponsors on NKTelco Sports.
If you want to save 70% on your heating, cooling, and hot water costs, the answer is right under your feet. Let New Knoxville Supply install a water furnace geothermal system and use the natural temperature from the earth for a more constant temperature in your home. Also ask about our new Symphony Home Management System. Control temperatures, track energy usage, and receive safety alerts for everything, including your sump pump. All from anywhere, anytime. Now is the time to calculate your savings at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sidney High School. Up to bat is number 8, Summer Inman, top of the order for the Yellow Jackets. Score is tied 3-3, bottom of the 7th inning. So far today, Inman has a single, a pop out to the pitcher, and then another single in the 5th, so she is 2 for 3 today. Strike one called, takes the count 1-1. Next pitch called a ball, takes the count 2 balls, 1 strike to Inman. Counts now 3 balls, 1 strike. Inman looking to get on first to get a rally going. And that's going to be a ball low, so Inman on first. That could be the game-winning run. Up to bat now is Mckenzie Bates, number 11, second baseman. She's popped out to shortstop in the 1st. She got a single with an RBI in the 3rd, and then she had a sacrifice to right field to bring in another run. First pitch to Bates is called a strike. Trying to lay the bunt down, goes foul so quickly. Bates down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Sidney looking to close out this inning for the win. Pitch in, that's going to be a pop out. There's a gap. And that will advance the base runner, so Inman makes it to second. Bates to first on the single. So 2 on, no out. Brings up Grace Shell, the pitcher, number 24. She's popped out to left, popped out to right, and struck out. So she's 0 for 3, looking to help her own cause here. Base runners in scoring position. The game-winning run is on second base. So Inman on second, Bates on first, Shell up to bat. No outs, bottom of 7. Shell fouled with her second one straight back, so the count is now no balls, 2 strikes to Shell. On bat is right fielder Maddie White, number 27. Warming up in the on-deck circle. Shell looking to put a ball in play. That's going to be a popped-up blooper over to shortstop, so caught by Och, so out number 1 by Shell. That now brings up number 27, Maddie White. She had a single in the 1st. She popped out to center field and then struck out in the 6th. So the right fielder up to bat. Sidney was still with 2 outs to try to close this game out. A check swing's going to advance the runners, but that will be out number 2. So runners advance to 3rd and to 2nd. Out number 2, so a ground out to the pitcher for out 2. So Morgan Carey, the center fielder, she has a single and a ground out to short, and then another single and scored a run. So number 16, Carey, up to bat.
Number 16,
Going to be fouled back. The wind's really picking up. Strike one called on Carey. Runners on third and second. Time called by Wright to go out and speak to Thibault. Carey 2 for 3 today. Scored a run. It's going to be a ball outside. Count evens at 1-1. Hayden Spurgeon, if needed, is warming up. And the batters are on the on deck. Ball 2. Pitched in by Thibault. Thibault with 4 strikeouts so far today, really needing one here. Ball outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 on, 2 out. To Morgan Carey. And just like that, Carey's on, bases are loaded. Brings up Hayden Spurgeon, the designated player. Spurgeon today has popped out to a double play, struck out, and popped out to short. Having her chance here to be the hero of the game. Game-winning runner is on third, is Inman. First pitch is outside. Thibault looking for a strike. She's got 3 straight pitches for balls. That's going to be a grounder. Looking for a force to first. And she is safe at first, and that is a game-winning hit for Hayden Spurgeon. For the run and the win. We'll be right back. I believe that should be game. That is game. We'll be right back with final statistics right after this on NKTelco Sports.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
You owe it to yourself twice a year a checkup at Minster Dental Care. Our specialized doctors, Jim Overman, Jim Myring, Sean Sharp, and Philip Slunkowski, are ready to give you the smile you've always dreamed of at any stage of your life. Pediatric, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry are just a few of the services offered. Our latest advancements include CEREC dentistry that allows us to create and deliver a crown in one convenient visit. We're located on State Route 66 in Minster, 419-628-3380 to schedule your appointment today. You owe it to yourself.
As a father of 2 teenage daughters and husband to a lovely wife, thanks, hun, it is important for me to look out for myself and my family. Fiber is one of the most important things in my day. Fiber keeps me healthy, sane, and stress-free. NKTelco Fiber, fast and reliable, keeping our household sane by keeping their devices connected.
NKTelco, providing services that bring value to your everyday life.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sidney High School, where Hayden Spurgeon, with a nice clutch single hit, took the one swing of the bat, put Sidney on top for the first time today, and that was the most important hit of the game because that gave them the win. Score final 4-1 or 4-3. Sidney wins. So we'll go to the player of the game, and with that one swing of the bat, player of the game is Hayden Spurgeon from Sidney. She gets the Brookins Sidney Player of the Game. I'd like to thank everybody in the van, Isaac Sell and Scott Robinson. Again, Scott, welcome to the company. Camera, Tyler Wolf, and I'm Matt Everidge, your announcer, and that is another edition of NKTelco Sports.